This video can change your life. Switzerland has a quota of foreign workers that they want to hire every year. This year that number is 8,500 foreign workers that Switzerland wants to hire. The best part about working in Switzerland is that it is not just only a beautiful country, but it pays you the salary that no other country in Europe can. The average salary in Switzerland is 6,500 Swiss francs. If you think in Indian currency terms, this means that 1 Swiss franc is 94 Indian rupees, which means that you can earn salary as much as 6 lakh Indian rupees in Switzerland. So this is a really great opportunity. If you move to Switzerland, as I have said, it is a very beautiful country. We all have grown up watching DDLJ, watching Indian movies and watching how beautiful Switzerland is. So this will change your life. Now in this video, I'll talk about 5 things. First, I'll talk about the benefits of working in Switzerland. Second, I'll show you live how you can apply for jobs in Switzerland. I'll show you live how you can find sponsors in Switzerland. Third, I'll talk about high demand jobs in Switzerland and their salary. Fourth, I will talk about the eligibility requirement for you to apply for those jobs. And fifth, finally, I'll talk about the visa process, cost, documents and the timeline. Now let's talk about the benefits of working in Switzerland. The first benefit obviously is salary. As I've said, no other country in Europe will pay you this much salary. For example, let us say that if you are an IT manager, IT people are paid very highly in Switzerland. So an IT manager average salary in Switzerland is 120,000 Swiss franc. In Indian currency, that comes up to 1 crore 10 lakh per annum. That is a lot of money. That is a life-changing kind of money. Similarly, if you are a software engineer, you will earn 105,000 on average, which is again more than 90 lakh up to 1 crore rupees. If you are data analyst, you will earn 87,000 Swiss franc. Also, if you are in finance sector, you can earn a lot of money in Switzerland. So a financial analyst earn 93,500 Swiss franc. An accountant earns 72,000 Swiss franc on average. An investment banker earns 98,000 Swiss franc on average. Similarly, for healthcare, engineering and marketing, you can see the average salaries for these profiles. Second reason why you should move to Switzerland is that there are a lot of job opportunities, since there are a lot of companies headquartered in Switzerland and there are a lot of companies operating from Switzerland. For example, 15 out of 500 Fortune companies, they are headquartered in Switzerland. Companies like Nestle, Novartis, Credit Suisse and the list that you can see on your screen. Another reason why you should move to Switzerland is that you can get your permanent residency in just 10 years. I'll talk about this later on in this video as well. Other than this, Switzerland is a bordering country to France, Italy, Germany, Austria. You can travel to all these countries with just your Switzerland visa. The reason being that Switzerland is part of Schengen area. All these countries that I just mentioned, France, Italy, Germany, they are also part of Schengen area along with all these countries that you see in this list. You can travel to all of these countries just with your Switzerland visa. As I have already said, you will be earning a lot of salaries in Switzerland, but the best part is that you will not be paying a lot of taxes in Switzerland. If you think of some other European countries, the tax is in the range of 40 to 45% that you will end up paying, which will eat up your income. But in Switzerland, the taxes generally are in the range of 20 to 30%, which means that you can save a lot of money. However, keep this in mind that Switzerland is a very expensive country. The living cost in Switzerland is a lot. So if, for example, the average living cost for one person in Switzerland is 2,400 Swiss franc. Again, even if you are spending 2,400 Swiss franc, if you are earning 6,500 Swiss franc, you are still saving a lot of money even after taxes. Before I start talking about how you can find jobs in Switzerland, let me tell you something about Switzerland. It is number one country in world in terms of Human Development Index, HDI. HDI considers a lot of factors like education of the people of the country, health infrastructure of the country, the purchasing power of the people of the country. In terms of all these factors, Switzerland is number one country in the world. Also, it is among the most happiest countries in the world. All these factors you should consider before deciding that you want to move to Switzerland. Again, this is going to be a life-changing experience for you, in my opinion, if you can move to Switzerland. Now let me talk about how you can find jobs in Switzerland. Now I want you to open this website jobs.ch. If you scroll down, you will see that there are a lot of job openings in different sector. Based on your own sector, you can click on any of these openings and you will see the numbers of job openings in that sector. Also, if you want to, you just use your keyword, then you can use your keyword and search from here. For example, let us say that you are an accountant and you want to search for jobs based on that keyword accountant. So I'll type accountant over here and search. So there are 611 accountant jobs available at this time. So one important thing is that when you are selecting any job, it is important to read the description, because some jobs you may not be eligible for that, and if you apply for those jobs you will not hear back from the employer. Another thing that you should keep in mind is that any job that you are applying to, your CV should include keywords that are relevant to that job profile. If your CV does not contain that keyword relevant to that profile, again the CV screening software that these hiring managers use, they will discard your CV. Now let's come back to this job opening. So always read the qualification section, always read the eligibility section, because some opening, for example this one, in the language part they have mentioned they only need you to know English, but some can have German mentioned over here. So in that case, if you do not know German, you become ineligible to apply for this job. So a lot of people ask me that, let us say that if I do not know German, will I be eligible to apply for jobs in Switzerland? Obviously yes, because in this job you can see that the requirement is only English. So similarly many other job will have this kind of requirement, but you need to work hard. You need to find those jobs where you do not need to know German or the other languages spoken in Switzerland. So English is widely spoken in the business world in Switzerland. The immigration community is strong in Switzerland, so you should be fine with English. But the thing is that you should be able to identify the jobs that require you to speak only English. So that is first thing that you should look when you are applying for any job. Second thing obviously now is your experience, and if your profile is relevant to the opening that you are applying to. So for example, this is for accountant. So if you are not an accountant and you are applying for this job, obviously your CV will not be selected. Similarly, as I've said, based on your own profile you can type the keyword over here, you can search it, you can keep those things in mind, check for language requirement, check for qualification requirement, check for experience requirement, and you should be able to get job. Like people have gotten job, as I have mentioned. Switzerland wants to hire 8,500 foreign workers and they have not hired all the foreign workers yet. So you can be one of that foreign workers if you apply, and if you apply properly. Another thing that I wanted to mention quickly is that some sectors have got a lot of job openings like IT, finance, healthcare, banking, education, engineering industries, construction. These have got a lot of job openings. So if you work in any of these industries, your chances of getting Switzerland work permit is actually very high, provided you apply it properly, you have the correct CV and cover letter in the correct format, and you're applying to the relevant job openings. Now let me show you how you can find a sponsor. This is a trick that you can use. So come to Indeed and type a sponsorship visa and click on find jobs. So all these jobs that you see, the employers have mentioned over here that they are willing to sponsor you. So you can look at these jobs. If it matches your profile, you can apply for these jobs. So most of these jobs the employers are willing to sponsor. So you can see there are a lot of companies that are willing to sponsor. Probably if your job profile matches this, then you can get lucky and you can get job in Switzerland. Now let's talk about types of visa. So the type of visa that you will be applying is called type D visa. So even in the type D visa, there are different types of permit. So we have got permit L, which is short-term residence. So if you apply for permit L, you can stay in Switzerland for up to 1 year, and you can extend your permit for another 1 year, provided you are working with the same company. So let's talk about permit B. So you can work on permit B for many years, and if you are continuously working on permit B visa for 10 years, then you are eligible to apply for permanent residency, which is also called permit C. Now let me talk about the eligibility requirement for Switzerland work permit. First, you need to have university degree. Second, you need to have some work experience. Most of the jobs will be for managerial position. Also, if you are a specialist of any kind, if you have some specialized knowledge in any field, then also you are eligible to apply for work permit for Switzerland. Now let's talk about the visa process quickly. First thing, you need to have a sponsor employer in Switzerland willing to hire you. They will provide you contract letter. You will take your contract letter. You will need to apply for type D visa. But before you apply for type D visa, your employer will need to apply for resident permit for you. So you will provide your employer with some documents that they ask you. They will apply for resident permit. Once your resident permits get approved, you can apply for type D visa, and you need to have these documents if you want to apply for type D visa. So the documents that you need to apply for type D visa is your passport, your contract letter, your educational document, your prior work experience related documents, your visa application form, your photo. So once you have all these documents, you can go to the embassy, you can submit all these documents, and finally you can get your work permit in 4 to 6 weeks. And once you get your type D visa, you can finally go to Switzerland, and within 14 days you need to get your resident permit, and then you can start working in Switzerland. So in short, this is the summary of how you can apply for visa. So if you like my content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.